What is the dependent variable in Python regression analysis? Imagine you're trying to figure out what affects house prices in your neighborhood. You collect data on how many bedrooms each house has and what the prices are. Now, you want to see how these two things are related. That's where regression analysis comes in. It helps you understand how one thing depends on another. In Python, when you do regression analysis, the dependent variable is the main thing you want to predict or explain. Think of it as the outcome or the result you are interested in. For example, if you're trying to predict house prices based on the number of bedrooms, the house price is the dependent variable. It's what you are trying to figure out or forecast. The other variables that influence this outcome are called independent variables. In the house example, the number of bedrooms is an independent variable because it influences the house price. You can have more than one independent variable, like the size of the house or the age of the property, but the dependent variable stays the same as the main focus. In Python, you set up your data so that the dependent variable is in one array or list, and the independent variables are in another. When you use a library like scikit-learn, you tell the model which data to predict and which data influences that prediction. For example, you might have an array of house prices and an array of bedroom counts. The model learns from this data and then can predict prices for new houses based on their bedroom counts. To make it clearer, let's say you want to predict a person's salary based on their years of experience and education level. The salary is the dependent variable because it depends on these factors. The years of experience and education level are the independent variables because they influence the salary. Your goal is to create a model that can estimate salary based on these factors. In Python, you would prepare your data like this. The salary data goes into the dependent variable array, and the experience and education data go into the independent variable array. Then you fit a regression model to this data. Once the model is trained, you can input new experience and education data, and the model will give you an estimated salary. Understanding which variable is dependent helps you focus your analysis and interpret your results correctly. It's the main thing you want to understand or predict in your data. When you set up your regression in Python, always remember that the dependent variable is the outcome you are trying to explain or forecast. This clarity makes your analysis more straightforward and your results more meaningful.